am Bhagilakshmi, Department of Mathematics, SNS College of Technology. Here I am going to continue with this sum of squares of treatment. Okay, the last video we discussed up to the sum of squares of rows, and here I am going to continue with this treatment onwards. Next we need to calculate the treatment. So for the treatment I am named as sum of squares of treatment. So in treatment means we want to write it as this B1. So first row B1, B2, this is B1 and this is B2 and B3, and B2, B1, so B3 and B1, B3, B1 and B2. So first row B1 value is 0, first write that one. Second row B1 value is -1. Third row B1 value is -4 and get the total value. Second thing B2. So first row B2 value is 1 and second row B2 value is 0 and third row B2 value is -3 and get the total value. And third one B3. B3 first row B3 value is 4 and second row B3 value is 5 and third row B3 value is -1 and get the total. So each and every total should be same. Okay. So conclusion of this term is 1. It should be the same total t equal to 1 only will come here also. So after this the total first total -5 here -2 plus 8. So each and every term you should say it like this. Okay, -5 the whole square divided by number of data, 3 data is given. So plus second total the whole square divided by 3 plus third total divided by 3 minus the correction factor, we got the value. So here up to this we calculated the column wise, row wise as well as the treatment. These three values you should subtract from the total value, you will get the error. So sum of squares of error is the next step. Okay, so all the values you are writing here and then subtract from total and you get the 1.55 as your error. So all the values are separately calculated and then we can go for this tabular column. This tabular column is called as ANOVA table, that is analysis of variance. So here we are using variance table. Variance means nothing, it is F test we are using. F test means greater value divided by the smaller value. So here one by one we can do it now. So what are the sources we are using is between column, rows and treatments, and then the last one is error. Okay, so all the values already we calculated here. I am writing here SSC, SSR, SSK, SSE. These are all we already did. So degrees of freedom, always the degrees of freedom n minus 1. So here k minus 1 we are writing, k minus 1 the 3 data is given. So 3 minus 1 2, 2, 2. As well as in the error the formula is k minus 1 into k minus 2. So the 2 into 1 is 2. So all the values are 2 only. And then we want to calculate the mean square. Mean square means nothing but the sum of squares of column divided by the degrees of freedom. So you can write this is numerator and this is denominator. You will get the formula. So numerator and denominator you get the mean square formula. Here also the numerator and denominator you get the mean square formula for treatment also. Same thing for error also. Numerator, denominator will get the mean square error value. Okay. So all the values you have to calculate. Okay, here we got 0.78, here 17.45 and 15.45 and 0.775. We got all these values. Okay, after this we want to get the calculate the variance ratio. This is calculated value column and this final one is tabulated value column. Okay, so first we go for the calculated value. Calculated value is nothing but F test we are using greater value divided by smaller value. Always you just the column wise and error as well as row wise and error and then treatment and error. Like this you should pair these two. Okay, so in comparing column wise and error, which one is bigger? Here 7.78, here 7.77. So we are writing greatest value in the numerator, denominator smallest value, and you got 1.006. And then same thing, this numerator 17, here 0 point. So numerator, denominator, row wise and then error. So we got this value. Same thing we can compare treatment and error. Here 15, here 0 point only. So we can write the treatment in the numerator and error in the denominator and we got this value. Okay. Okay, this is calculated value, and then we go for the tablet value. So tablet value is in 5% level of significance, or that F test in 0.05. In the table, numerator, denominator you want to calculate. Here all this is numerator value, degrees of freedom is 2, and denominator degrees of freedom ever. So this value is 2. So 2, 2, FC 2, 2 you want to get from table, the value is 90. Same thing for all the values, 2, 2, 2 only we are having the degrees of freedom. There is no change, so we can write directly row wise, column wise, treatment wise, each and everything we are getting the same value 90. We can go from, based on this value we can go for the conclusion. So the conclusion is always we want to check that the calculated F is less than the tabulated F. So here, therefore the column calculated value, tabulated value. So both I am writing here. So here if we check these two, the tabulated value is greater value. So the condition is satisfied. We can accept the H0. And then come to this row wise, that calculated value and tabulated value. So this here the tabulated value is lesser than the calculated value. So condition is not satisfied. So we can reject this H0. Same thing in treatment also, and calculated value and tabulated value is lesser value. See here 19.94 and here only 19.